Hello, my Romance Club lovers! I decided to remember the old rubric of the channel, Interviews with the Developers, and this time I translated an interview with the only Romance Club composer, Dmitry. Hope you'll enjoy and don't forget to subscribe. Press like button if you want more interviews with creators and writers. Let's have a deal. If I see 30 likes on this video, I immediately start working on the next one. Everything is in your hands. Let's go. Let's start with the traditional question. How did you get into the team? Did you start your work with Romance Club exactly, or did you help the guys in another project as well? Hello, they texted me by email, offered to try a test task for Romance Club. Before this project I didn't cooperate with guys. I was very worried when I was doing the test task. Where does your love for music come from? Did it arise in your childhood, or did someone push you into this? Maybe inspired you? In my childhood, my father played the guitar and sang songs to me. In the evenings, we listened to records of his favorite bands on the turntable. Time Machine, Pink Floyd, The Beatles, Alexander Rosenbaum. I remember crying with happiness on my 5th birthday when my father gave me a long-awaited gift, a record by Igor Korniluk. My childhood friend Vadim taught me to compose music for games. He created many great tracks and voiced famous games. Do you have a favorite musical instrument? And which one is able to characterize you best in your opinion? Yes, definitely a classic guitar. Please tell us a little about your creative process. How does the creation of a particular melody begins? What or who contributes to your inspiration? At the very beginning, to understand what do we want listener to feel when they hear it, which instrument will be a leading tone, then let these emotions and feelings pass through you and create. If the track doesn't get into the necessary mood, start everything from the beginning. Personally, I have inspiration when I'm full and got enough sleep. I especially like to create sad tracks as there is enough experience disappointments and broken hearts. Have you ever had moments when you need to compose a new melody but the inspiration has left? What did you do in this case? I remembered how I lived on pure porridge for a month and sold all the guitars to survive. Then I ate, slept, and got to work. No doubt you have favorite composers. Can you share their names and favorite songs with us? You can read everything on the screen. Many people believe that nowadays it is difficult for young composers to declare themselves and give out something original and unique. There are only 7 notes, you know. What helped you find your style? We can say you have your own style in your works. Thank you very much. Sincerity. I created for me to like it, to please my own taste. The main thing is to express how I feel it, because at its core, any art is an expression of one's perception, vision, emotions. The main thing is not to chase stereotypes and trends that kill your individuality. If it's not a secret, where can we get acquainted with your works? I have a page on SoundCloud. This is where I upload all the created tracks after the update is released. There are also a couple of old works in my other tracks. Do you have any advice for those who want to develop in music sphere? How to start? Is it necessary to have a special education? There are a lot of talented self-taught people nowadays. You need to start with yourself. Basic knowledge of music hasn't harmed any person yet. If I figure it out, and I was a C student at school, then you can do it also. Self-organization, systematically exercises, but don't overdo it as you can lose the desire and interest then. By the way, about self-taught people, which category do you belong to? I graduated from college, then the academy, the class of classical guitar. I'm not a composer by training, but this is my favorite thing. The main thing is to love what you do. How is your work process going on? Are you reading a chapter and some images of a melody appear? Or do the writers help and guide you? For example, I see this moment in a minor key, I need a set melody that reveals itself gradually. Or does everything come from you? My wonderful colleagues help me for sure. They guide, give an example, and then decide whether this track is suitable for the story or not. Each track is checked this way. What kind of music genre do you prefer? Name a few favorite musicians, bands. I love sad, emotional music. It is difficult to name a group what I like all compositions in. My leaders are Radiohead, Black Cougars, Cigarettes After Sex, Nirvana, and my favorite songs are Tracy Chapman, Fast Car, Kurt Cobain, Through the Universe. If you had the chance to learn from 3 famous composers, who would it be? Johann Sebastian Bach, Frédéric Chopin, Robert Schumann. Imagine that you can write a soundtrack for any book and for any movie. Which book and which movie would you choose? The movie is The Truman Show. The book is 3 Comrades. Do you read Romance Club stories? Are these any favorites? I tested, observe how the music combines with the pictures and the plot, but I can't give an objective assessment. It is necessary to read all the stories completely and only in comparison to say that there is a favorite one. And are there any characters that you particularly like? Maybe they inspire you and the scenes. If we consider, for example, Dracula a love story, then for creating a track about Noir, it was necessary to understand the complexity and versatility of this character. That is also curious for me, how he gradually reveals himself, and it is interesting to convey in music. Do you communicate with colleagues? Not only on working moments. Very rarely, but it happens. At least we wish each other a happy birthday. Tell us about your hobbies, if it's not a secret, of course. I really like to go hiking with friends, to be in nature, especially in the mountains. Which melody from Romance Club was the most difficult for you to develop? With which of the writers do you usually make new tracks longer? The most difficult was the composition from Legend of the Willow called Romance. I rewrote it many times and finished it just before the deadline. Well, and as for the writers, this is Alexander Schutt. Although there are also hits from the first time. Has it ever happened that you came up with a certain melody, the mood, the sound, and everything seemed to be fine, but after a while you realized that it didn't fit? What do you do further? Yes, in this case I'm redoing it until the result comes out that satisfies all the verifiers, including me. Have you ever had any funny situations while working with UCI? Yes, I was amused by the story about how one fan, by accident, found out that the composer of Romance Club is Dmitry Malikov, a Russian singer. A lot of Romance Club fans began to text him and ask questions on Instagram. I wanted to text Dmitry that they are from me, but I changed my mind. Do you have a work on your own composition that you are particularly proud of? If not from Romance Club, then this is Abi Abu on my SoundCloud page. If from Romance Club, Legend of the Willow Loneliness, Dracula Love Story Lonely Heart, Moonborn Final Battle. Do you have a life credo that you always follow? If so, please share it with us. Yes, always listen to your heart. It will not let you down. What do you wish the readers? Even if it is incredibly difficult, appreciate life, because everything may change tomorrow. And this will definitely happen if you believe in it and go towards the best. This was a very good interview. I do appreciate what Dmitry creates. The link where you can listen to all Romance Club melodies is in the description. And by the way, I'm waiting for your 30 likes to create the next interview video. Thanks for watching, see you next video, bye bye!